scheduled the meeting, just above there, I've got links and some information for you. And there are two assessment tasks here. One says CAT, the housing market. That one is for everyone in Team B. One says modified CAT, the housing market. That is for everyone in Team A. And if you've forgotten if you're in Team A or Team B, I have put a list on our Compass, on our Teams page, Team A modified. And if you look at the list, just go where it says see more, you'll see who is Team A and Team B. And what we're going to be doing is researching properties and looking at buying them. So this is going to be a little bit like online Monopoly. I'm going to give you a certain amount of money and you have to go to 3 different places and you have to buy 3 different properties according to the amount of money I've given to you. So for the first property you buy, you're going to buy a property or a house that's for sale. It could be an apartment in your suburb. And you've got 2 lessons to work on that. For the second property, I've put a place called the Bayside Council suburb, and I'll show you in a minute where that actually is. And you're going to have 2 lessons to work on it. For the third property you buy, you can buy any property that's listed in Australia that you want, and there's no budget. For the property that's in your suburb, I've given you a budget of $1 million. So you have $1 million to buy a house or an apartment or a townhouse or whatever it is that you want to buy. It has to cost $1 million or less. You can't go over your budget. For the one in the Bayside Council suburb, which I'll show you where that is, I've given you a budget of $1,800,000 to buy that property. And for the last property, anywhere in Australia, you can actually spend any amount of money that you want. So if you want to go and buy a house worth $10 million, if you find it, then you can. So we're going to spend today's lesson and the next lesson working on property 1. Then you're going to have 2 lessons again to work on property 2. And you're going to have 2 lessons to work on property 3. This is going to be due on Compass next week, Friday. So we've got 6 lessons in total to work on this assignment. And if you go to where the Teams meeting is scheduled, it has those links for you. So you're either Team B, CAT, the housing market, or you are Team A. Now, if you go to Google and you just type domain, just that word, it's going to come up with a real estate, and real estate is to do with selling houses. And you're going to be on the buy function. Now, I want to look for properties that I can buy in my suburb. Let's pretend I live in Kooyurup. If you live in Lang Lang, you type Lang Lang. If you live in Gembrook, you type Gembrook. You type wherever your suburb is. So I'm going to go Kooyurup. And I'm now going to search. If it's near your suburb, you can pick a property that's quite near your suburb. Because although I'm looking at Kooyurup here, it's going to show me a few properties that are right near my property. So this one it's going for sale here for between 590,000 and 649,000. I can buy that property if I want to, because it is under $1 million. It's going to give me a description on the side here. So this house has got 2 bedrooms. No, wait, let's have a look here. That's just showing me the search. So let's just have a look inside this house so I can see what it's got. There are 14 photos. Let's see what a property for $500,000 in Kooyurup might look like. It's taking a while to load the website. Okay, well, okay. We can't load any of the images for that property. That's interesting. Let's go to a different one. It might just be the website's a bit slow on my side. Okay, this is also in Kurup, so it's going for just under 600,000 to 640,000. I can afford that. So that's what the front looks like. Beautiful lounge. Beautiful kitchen. Nice white tiled floors. It's got good lighting in the kitchen. It's nice and open and airy. I can see here the kitchen is open plan. So if I'm cooking a meal here and then my family sit down, I can have a look and see what they're doing. Large bedrooms, and they've got some cupboards in them. Big main bedroom, and it's got a ceiling fan. Bathroom. Now with this bathroom, this is just me personally. I can't say I actually like the paint that's over there. If I had to buy a property like that, I'd repaint that. To me, it doesn't match the rest of the house. That's just my personal opinion. Another bedroom, you can see cupboards in there. It's nice and light. You can see a lot of light coming through there. That's a different angle of a bedroom. This bedroom looks like it might be small, though I can't see where the door is, and it's carpeted. Now, for me to get a carpeted apartment, I've got pets, so I need to be very careful. I generally stay in places that have wooden floors because my dogs tend to get quite dirty. So it's a different view there. I can see it's got a bath and a shower, and a bath for me will be a bonus because I've got kids. Beautiful entertainment area. So if I'm a family that enjoys barbecues, I could have them out. It's undercover, so that's not going to be interfered with the rain. Another angle over there, and I can see there's like a little gazebo or little hut that's built over there. Nice garden in the back for my dogs. Again, a nice garden. For me, I don't really like what's happening over here. I'm not really sure if that's stone or pavement over there. I just don't like the actual look of it. I would personally prefer to have grass everywhere. But that's a nice little flower bed that they've got on the side there where they've planted some flowers. That looks pretty good. And overall, just a really sort of nice property going for sale there in Kurup. Now, I'm going to show you an example that a student has done for me last semester, just to show you what your finished product might look like. So for property one, you can spend $1 million and you find a house to buy anywhere in your suburb, and that's the domain link over there. Now she's put the link to her property over here, and for it you have to list the advantages. So it's a table. Advantages of buying the property, disadvantages of buying the property, and then you explain whether or not you would buy the property if you had the money, and tell me why. Now for her example here, you can see how she goes into details. So for instance, I mentioned the garden. You got to tell me why parts of the garden would be an advantage, or why there are parts of the garden that might be a disadvantage, and would you buy the property? So for her one here, she said, the advantage of this property is that it has a big backyard, and this is an advantage because I can invite friends and family over to play sports or activities. A disadvantage for the house she chose is that it had no pool. She can't invite friends or family over on a hot day to go in the pool, so she obviously enjoyed swimming. Overall, she said she probably wouldn't buy the property because it doesn't have a pool, and that's something, she was quite a keen swimmer. If she had to buy it, she'd buy it because there was actually a lot of land, and she likes having a big backyard. So her property, if you go to Google Maps and you actually type in your property address, you can cut and paste. You can go to your screenshot and paste a screenshot of your actual property. So that's what the land looks like there. And it's a house that's being built. So that's what the front would look like. And that's an aerial view. So she went to Google Street Views to actually have a look there. And hers is sort of looking like, yeah, I'm not really sure there. Okay, property two, You got $1,008,000 in the Bayside City Council. She's done each one has 3 advantages and 3 disadvantages. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and would you buy the property? And here are some of the images. So you will get those images on the Domain website where the house is for sale. And she's put some of the images inside. So that just explains to me sort of what you are having a look at. And then she's got a street view. She probably that was on the website. And this is the one where you can buy anywhere if you had to buy it. And this is the one that she sort of bought. This would have been somewhere in Australia. She's put the pictures there for me. This would have come from the website where the property's been sold. Probably Google Street Maps there. That's the street view. If you go to Google Maps, you can do a little street view. So just to remind you again, there's property 1, property 2, property 3, and each one has a table. So if I had to go insert table, 1, 2, 3, it has advantages, disadvantages, and would you buy it? And for the advantages, you're going to have 1, 2, 3. For the disadvantages, you're going to have 1, 2, 3. And remember to tell me why you are saying it's an advantage or why you are saying it's a disadvantage. And there's 2 lessons to work on property 1.